Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. This one is going to be on Maryse, Ms. and Mrs. So she's the free one this month. Log in 4 days in a row, claim your 20 shards. She's free. You can also buy the Jumpstart pack. The big one, the pro one, comes with half off prize wall. She's a defensive showboat. I'm gonna have 4 builds for you guys. I'm gonna start off with my least favorite and go from there. She's modern era defensive showboat. She has the Canadian Link gems take 60% less damage from yellow moves. Raw Link any color moves start with 1 more MP. Miz and Maryse gems do 50% more damage, and Modern Era gems do 5% more damage. Currently, she's got her stock gear, and then her second gear is blue gems do 50% more damage. Don't have that gear for this. Would make the most difference for this build, but in my opinion, not really a big difference currently. So we're going to start off with we should look at her coach trainer. Scrub at 33k, which is going to be 6-star silver. Snowfall gems do 200% more damage, which is a lot, and red moves start with 2 more MP. This would be useful on Trickster Trish. Spoiler. All right. So we're going to start off with this one. My least favorite build, Sit Out Facebuster, 7 MP. Beefy move damage, though. 922k damage and make 30 reinforced gems into blue. French TKO, 7 MP blue. 471k damage. Choose a 6x1 area to swap into red gems. Hardcore, if opponent's class is Striker. First deal 520k damage and increase your yellow gem damage by 123% for 1 turn. And then the Corner Catapult, 700k damage, and choose a 6x1 area to make into Snowfall gems. Modify all gems below it into Reinforced gems when broken by you. Strap we have for this one, currently no plates. I have a yellow percentage move damage medal on for later. Fury 2, but a 20% strap, and we will try some plates out as we go on. Okay, let's get started. Entourage. You want to start loaded in feud, so this is all post 99 MP feud builds you're going to see. We got Lawler, we got Judgment Day Dom, also increasing the blue gems by 40%. Yoko is 100% on the reinforced, so the first break is 100% damage, the second break is 0. This would be the equivalent of 50% blue, and then I just have a 20% blue gem damage trainer on for this because I'm going against a striker. So class advantage, so that's also another 25% boost for going against Nikki Cross. There are better options than Snoop there, for sure. There's a bunch of 30% options. Sammy is the 60% reinforced, which is essentially 30%. So yeah, this one, you're gonna place your 6x1 area with snowfalls to get your reinforces. And then you're going to use this move. The buff is actually doing nothing for us with this build. It's kind of a funky buff. I will find a way to use it later, which I'll show you in this build. Anyway, then you push this, break your reinforces, like so. Hopefully don't cascade too much. And then hit this and break the board of blues twice. Pay attention to the gem damage here, though. This is a 6-star silver, by the way. And that blue gem damage was 7 million at 6-star silver. So that's not going to get it done. That's why this is by far, there's cascade risk. It doesn't hit hard. It actually hits like a wet noodle for 6-star silver. So this is not the way. This is to show you guys these moves. And to support what I say about currently, in my opinion, that gear is a hard pass. 50% is not going to do hardly anything with this. That's 6.6 million gem damage at silver. Yeah, not happening. All right, enough of the reinforced. She does have much, much better stuff. Let's get to that. We're going to take advantage of the buff here. This is a very whaley build. Just straight up, this one is very whaley. There's going to be much more realistic stuff coming later. That's why this is second and not even close to one of my favorites. However, it does have the ability to hit hard, so I would like to cover it. So I am. But If you don't have a lot of rare stuff, this is not going to be the build for you. That's okay. I got 2 more coming. All right. So Canadian Backbreaker, 7 MP, deal 529k damage, make 25 random gems into one turn countdown gems. That will deal 142k damage and make 3 random gems into snowfall yellow gems at the end of your turn. We still got the buff, and then we have the Russian leg sweep, deal 400k damage and choose 6 gems to make into yellow gems. Build for this one, and here's part of where it gets kind of rough. Is this, but I didn't save Beth for some reason. Brawnbreaker, Beth, 17k sanity you're gonna want, and then I also this is probably not necessary. Is Zombie Dragon. In fact, it's really not necessary at all. Just it's me being paranoid on the top. You should use like Braun Strowman, a yellow percentage, that sort of thing. Anyway, we'll change that in a second. So with this, the plates you would use would be either Z plate or I believe Hard Times buffs the yellow gem damage by 100%. And then Z plate is 50%. And then you would use the Judgment Day plate with this. Actually, is the way I like this. So you throw your sub out, or not your sub, your countdowns out. Judgment Day plate would drain it. You would swipe. There's plenty of countdown gems, so you don't need to worry too much about destroying a few. They will swipe. Of course, Judgment Day plate would drain them. Now you have a board full of snowfalls that turn yellow. So you hit this, and that increases your yellow gem damage by a bunch. And then you ignore placing the reds. You could also place the reds, right? But then you're also losing 7 yellow buffed red gems at 189k. So that's almost 1,000,000 damage loss. So I'm going with this move. And then just choosing across the board. We do have 3 extras, so we wouldn't need dragon as long as there's one up here. And this is a 20% strap, no plates, 12 million against a striker. Still not great, though, so we will need the plates, because 12 million is still not getting it done for a class advantage. So let's throw some plates on and see what happens. Then I'll take Zombie Dragon off, because he really doesn't need to be there. That's just me wanting to make sure I can break the whole top row. But usually you're going to have at least 1 yellow gem. So yeah. Let's see, I think it's Hard Times that does yellow. I don't actually have a Hard Times on my Mherex account. So I will just, because Jade, I believe, is red and purple. Yes, so I'm fairly certain it's Hard Times. Yeah, that's what we want. Blue and yellow by 100%. And then I'm not going to put the Judgment Day plate on Eyes of Judgment. Whenever you make 6 or more countdowns, deplete 6 MP. So that you would just know what that does. And then this would be pretty quick in feud. And then let's replace Dragon with Sammy or somebody with 30% yellow. Actually, let's do New Brett. 35% yellow gem damage. So, same thing applies. You chuck your CDs. Actually, does the Hard Times is 2 turns? Yes, okay, then we're good. I just needed to make sure because I don't have one. It is 2 turns, so we're good. Oh, ignore that. I get that off the screen. Here we go. Okay, so now we have 127k. We're going to hit the buff. Oops. Don't place your yellow or your reds. I am on the struggle bus, guys. And now they're 283k. So that's 18 million against the striker at silver, 36 million at gold because that's pure gem damage with a 20% strap. So that has some possibility if you get like a 50, 100% strap. I think you're going to be able to take strikers that way. So anyway, enough of that. Back to this is going to be a super sub build. And the plates on don't do anything for this, so I'm not going to worry about taking it off right now. So triple yellow. And you're going to see two variations of this. First is going to be a super sub build. And then both are going to feel very similar to Final Boss Rock, in my opinion. Camel Clutch. Generate 28 random sub gems, 349k for 4 turns. That's 1.2 million and change, 1.3. Remaining turn to multiply gems of strength 4. Clothesline. Deal 713k damage and force your opponents to tag. Do not use in single matches. That's 7 MP. And then the Russian leg sweep. Choose 6 gems to make into yellow. Alright. Entourage for this one. This is the pure super sub build. So we're going with all sub trainers and coaches. Kofi 4 yellow MP, Tatanka 2 yellow MP, 100% more sub damage. Drew 1 more turn in 50, and Logan Paul 1 more turn in 50. That makes this a 6 million sub plus. And we have the yellow Fury percentage that's going to add to the move damage. So the sub won't be loaded. The other 2 moves will be loaded in Feud post 99 MP. All right, so you're going to start off in that. This does 2 million now with just the move damage medal, so that's substantial. And you're going to start off, hit that, and then you want to choose 6 gems total, 2-3 matches. Because that, after the sub, will refill both of these moves, right? So now you're going to sub, both of those moves are going to be refilled. And this gives you the option to, if they refill their moves, sub again, because you could reload it. Generally, if they refill their moves, they're probably cascading or something. But really, you hit this again, and then you choose into the multiplies, right? And set up again to repeat. So it has a little bit of Final Boss Rock vibes to me, a little bit. It's going to be like a 2-cycle win at this level. This isn't great, but it's for your super sub enjoyers. It's better gem damage based. So we're going to run it that way, in my opinion. And this is probably where she has the most value with some sub action plates, which I will put on after the fact. So again, nothing is still going to help here. And let's switch over to this gem damage base set. So Braun adds 1 more in the multiply, gets your yellows loaded. Gunther is 60% more multiply gem damage. Also, obviously, Mherex if you have Mherex. Bret Hart would also work 35 and 35. Bret would be better, actually, slightly than Gunther, but I don't know how hard he's going to be. And then generate 2 yellow gems or 3, whichever you have. So Zombie Dragon, Booker T, Powerhouse Hogan would be options here. If you don't have those, you could buff multiply gems, move damage, etc. So let's see how this works. Same principle, hit this, choose your 6, and then hit your sub. But now we're going to have, obviously, bigger multiplies and more gem damage. And more yellows. Another 2 mil smacker. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's all we're getting. 7.4 million on the gem damage. She doesn't kick out, so that was 1 cycle. Obviously, now you can put the subplate on for 100% yellow, which is going to be Ronda's jacket. You could also put the Acolyte on for another 75%, and really double down on that. And then I think her damage would be pretty solid-ish that way. So there's Rhonda's Jacket. Whenever you generate 3 or more submission gems, increase your yellow gem damage by 100% for 2 turns. The Acolyte Plate is all gem damage by 75%. Just recently got one of these out of the last feud bag on Mherex account. That was my first one, the Acolyte. Of course, during 99 MP, you could use all multiply trainers and stuff, and you just start off with the sub. You know, you could hit the little hand thingy there and start off with the sub. Boop. And not many multiplies on yellows here. Any. Change that too. Which is kind of annoying, but we get a pretty decent ratio of them anyway. And let's do that. 8.7. So, you know, it's okay. It's not bad. Like 2 cycle wins has a kind of a lot of final boss rock feel to it in the same sort of style. She's the freebie, so I think she's a pretty solid freebie. I will say, when you look at ladies, let's check out lady showboats. Obviously, oops, not promoter available, and women, and we want class. So for me, right, like Jade is super good, but hard to get, pretty premium. And honestly, I love Showboat Flare, but you need all her gears, you need big multiply trainers, some plates and stuff. So even though she's free and the gear is free, maybe the stuff to make her super duper good isn't free. So like those two are kind of the cream of the crop for me at Showboat. Some people like Tori. I'm not a fan for Feud, to be perfectly honest. I think after those two though, I think Maryse is probably who I would like best. I think she's gonna end up being a little bit faster than Bailey. And then I think maybe then Tori too. I don't know. Tori with Moment, I guess, is okay for some people. For some reason, it just doesn't. I just don't really like it necessarily. So Maryse has the sub. But anyway, those are like your top kind of lady showboats. So if you don't have one of these two, then, you know, especially if you can get her fairly high right now, Token, she's newer, she's the only Maryse. I feel like that's going to be pretty beneficial. So I think as far as the freebie goes, really good fit. I do hope maybe they do something with the gear, because I don't think the blue gem damage is really exciting at all. Like if it was more sub damage, multiply, gem strength, or, you know, yellow gem strength, I think that could be really fun. Yellow gem would, you know, help the hardcore move out. Would also help the choosing that we did on the last one here. But yeah, I think she's solid freebie, decent addition, and I think, you know, will probably help some rosters out too. So let me know what you think in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, and share, because that really helps me out. Other than that, guys, thanks for watching. Good luck out there.